Hello, welcome to my video. In this video it's about setting IP addresses on virtual machines. I've got on my Proxmox server this Debian 12 command line interface, so there's no desktop on it, and it's got a VM number of 155, and currently the IP address comes from DHCP server on my router in the network, and of course that's a bit random. It's 8.2.11 at the moment, and I want to make it the same as that. I want 8.155 so I can know where I am with VM numbers and IP addresses coordinated. So what I'm going to do is change it, and while I'm at it I'll also stop it getting this IP version 6 address. I can't make this bigger, but what I'll do is I'll SSH into, what was the address? .211, and we can change it. So SSH user 211, and oh, that's interesting. It didn't ask me to verify the key. How odd. Maybe I've already been in there once. So let's see what the current IP address is now. A bit bigger. You can see it's got .211, and I want that to be whatever I said it was. So I'm going to change it, and it's not that simple. And also I don't want IP version 6 because I'm just not using it, so I'd rather get rid of it. So how do I do that? First, let's get rid of the IP version 6 because that's at the top of the list in my notes. And I've already checked and seen it, so I don't need to do this. What I have to do is to make a configuration file where I can eliminate it. So you create this file using nano, Control-C, Control-Shift-V, and so it's empty at the moment, and you add in these 3 lines, and what it does is it says disable equals 1, basically 3 times in 3 different places to disable IP version 6. So Control-C, Control-Shift-V, and Control-X, yes, enter. So that's saved, and also we need to do this in here like that, and you can see those are the things I wanted. That the disable is now set to 1, so it means it is disabled. I'm not going to bother doing that. I'll just see what happened. IP space A. What have we got? We're off the bottom of the screen. That's what we got. That's a bit of a mistake, isn't it? Let me just make that a little bit up a bit. So here we see that's the MAC address for the network interface in the virtual machine, and here's its IP version 4 address, and there's no IP version 6 address like there was up here, this inet 6, so it's gone. So I've got rid of that very quickly. And so the next thing to do, this is Debian 12 by the way, this server will work of course on any Debian 12 machine. Sometimes there are differences with different versions because they use different network managers, so maybe on Debian 13 it's different. I haven't tried it yet. Anyway, so on this we want to turn off DHCP, stop it automatically getting an IP address, and give it a fixed one instead. And how are we going to do that? I need to remind myself of what address I want. It's VM 155, so I want 155 on the end. So in here the IP address should end in 155 like this. So there's the SSH. Let me just Control-L close the screen, tidy that up a bit. So all we have to do is create, well actually the file already exists, we have to edit a file called this, interfaces, which is there, and you can see it's already got a few things in the loopback address and so on, and it's using, okay. What I want to do is delete these lines here, like this. Those are the ones with DHCP, which I'm not using, and instead I want to put in these lines to give a fixed IP address ending in 155 is correct, because it'll just go ahead and do it. And if there's another machine with the IP address, then you run into problems very quickly. So let's Control-C, Control-Shift-V, Control-X, yes, enter. So that's done. And that won't come into effect until you restart networking. So let's do Control-C, Control-Shift-V, restart the networking to fix that new IP address. And you'll see there's a slight problem because probably the previous IP address will still be present. And we need to remove that. This takes always a bit longer than I expect, and I wonder what it's really doing, but hopefully it will finish soon. And I'm going to get this ready because I know it'll have the old address, so you have to remove that old DHCP lease from the router and then it'll all be good. I know why it's not working. I was sitting there waiting, and of course I've disconnected myself, probably from the SSH session, probably. So easy way, Control-Shift-T, let's have a new tab, and I'll start talking to that new IP address that I set up, maybe. Let's see if that works. So, oh, there's no history in there. Okay, SSH user at 192.168.8. What was it? Was it 155? Yes, 155. Now you see, because it's the first time it ever connected to this device at this IP address with that MAC address, it's asking me to accept the fingerprint or not. And I say yes. Password. So that's that. If I do IP space A, you can see obviously we're at .155, otherwise I wouldn't have got in. And there is no IPv6 address, so that worked. And actually there's no leftover DHCP lease from the previous IP address. So actually I don't need to do this to remove it. That's probably only if you don't get disconnected or don't reboot. So it looks like I don't need to remove it, so I won't bother. But if you did need to, that's the command to use, and then reboot, and it will have gone away. So there we are, done two things in one video: turning off IPv6 and fixing an IPv4 address which won't change until I manually change it in that file. And so now when I want to look at VM155, I just have to SSH into the address ending in 155. That's it. I look forward to your comments or questions, and good luck setting up Debian stuff.